It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Ball teed up, Logan Cook after the kick. And we're off in Detroit. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fox now to kick this one away. Here's Parker Washington with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Lawrence going to throw straight away here. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Jaguar first down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. He puts everything behind this one. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today, boy.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars finish off their opening drive. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Little tax on the extra point. And the Jaguars respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. On now is Cook to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd down run by Gibbs. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it sets up 2nd down. They go play action with Goff. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
That's good for the Lions. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. He's got a gain of 6 there. Stop that time by Antonio Johnson. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Gibbs. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Pass complete to Gibbs. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And that gives the Lions the first.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10.
Working inside the red zone. Drops back. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Catch is made in close. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Gibbs goes up and over for the touchdown. The Lions break the tie here in the 1st. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions take the lead here 14-7 in the 1st. Fox now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. With some trickery here on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. He's going deep. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Complete over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Here's Etienne on 1st down. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Jack Campbell at the INT. He's off to the races. And the Lions will take over at the start of the next quarter. It's a big moment. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. Lions well within striking distance. First down throw from Goff. Intercepted, but oh, wait. He wasn't in bounds. The offense can let out a little sigh of relief. To throw again here, 2nd and 10. It's Goff. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Fox now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. Look at this out of the bag of tricks. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Has it downfield, working the left. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally...
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Alex Anzalone with the pick. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Gibbs now from the gun. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Another one for Gibbs. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
That's good for the Lions.
Goff. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. Oh, he loses the football. Jags pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
First down throw, Lawrence. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. It's picked up by the defense. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Off play action, Goff. Laporta pulls it in along the sideline.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
St. Brown there to bring it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. It's second and goal. Goff setting to throw. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow their lead off the turnover. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision. But when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
Fox now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. Here's a reverse. And look at this return. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And it's going to be second down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Etienne on third down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Jaguars trailing in the early going. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. Working quickly here. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Caught near the goal line. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. On his Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars get it back to a 14-point game. On now is Cook to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. On the move, headed right. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Looking for the back that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Goff. Into the hands of Gibbs. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. defense in the hurry up here. Goff on third. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Throwing again, it's Goff. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing third and long. Out of the shotgun, Goff. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Foye Oluokun with the pick. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of you. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Looking to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. This is brought in at the 15. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Trying to reverse it on the kick return. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Alex Anzalone with the pick. And the Lions take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Goff on first and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again following the sack. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there. Third down. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Lions push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. That one right down the middle. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Fox now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he was now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They motion the tight end over. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He'll get this to Etienne. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Lawrence working from the gun. Cut out left. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Lawrence in the pistol. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Aleem McNeil in on the tackle. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. Now Lawrence on the play fake. It is cut left side. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They bring their tight end left. They're going to try with Etienne. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th. First down throw, Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way
they connect on the deep shot. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Khalif Raymond to return it. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. And we'll pause now. Looks like we had an injury on the play. Working to identify who it was. And, yeah, it's Jahmyr Gibbs who's getting looked at by the trainers. From the 42. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's done cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one. But, hey, still enough for that first down.
That's good for the Lions. First and 10.
They go play action with Goff. Laporta pulls it in along the sideline. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a...
Second down now, 7 to go. It's Gibbs on the carry. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying getting it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And now it's 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's gone. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, Goff. This one's caught. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
4th and 3, drive on the line. They'll go for it, Goff. Buying some time right. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Fox now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lawrence now off the play action. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 70 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Taking a deep shot here. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense. Sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit. Get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Oh, he's in trouble here. He'll go down. The Lions got him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, Lawrence has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Desperation time here on 4th. He's trying to push the field. They can't connect as the coverage comes through. The 4th down stand.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
A give to Gibbs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it,
he intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Jaguars have some new life in the 4th.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And he's out of bounds just before reaching the 30. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Brought in inside the 20. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars parlay the interception into points. On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. A lot hinging on this onside effort now. They need to get it back, score, and kick the point after to tie this up. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that ball later.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Here's a give to Gibbs. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. This is Gibbs on 2nd down. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one. The defense takes its third and final timeout. This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Now Dan Campbell with that clock running down. Yeah, he decides to call timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. First and 10, it's Lawrence. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. Got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Couldn't connect on. Out of the gun, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here he is to throw. Try and push it deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. This will be a nice win for the Lions, who draw closer to it as they take a knee.